I'm Anna Linnehan, owner of Maximum Image, a full-service salon and day spa in Woburn, Massachusetts. Recently, we had the pleasure of doing a makeover for Linda. Linda is a survivor of physical and mentally abusive situations who only began to find herself in the love of her husband, Richard.
I was allowed to roam after doing my chores. And I mean, second grade, scrubbing the kitchen, bathroom, polishing all the furniture, taking everything off the tops, making sure it's back on perfectly. And what happened is I started looking very much like my birth father. I don't remember him at all, but my older sister does, and she remembers seeing my mother covered with black and blues. So she would get very angry, and when she got in a mood, it was picking on me. You're ugly, you're stupid, you're no good, you're gonna end up homeless wandering the streets. You are a piece of garbage. And when you believe that, you're not gonna marry well. And I ended up, I won't talk bad about my children's father because I don't think it's right. He didn't hurt them, only me. And then my second marriage, he's a drug addict, alcoholic. I met my current husband at work. We became friends. And one day, over a cup of coffee, our fingers touched. It was just like in TV. You laugh at those programs when your fingers touch and it's electric sparks. And we both pulled back at the same time. It was the most amazing thing that ever happened.
We became friends. And we went out to lunch a few times. And later on, we started to do things more seriously.
Like have a picnic?
Yeah. So, we won't go into that.
He started encouraging me that I shouldn't be doing what I was doing, that I was smart. And he told me every day I was beautiful. Every day. What I could do, who I could be. And I started to believe him.
So I took quite a while, much longer than she wanted, to pop the question. And in fact, a couple of years longer than she wanted, I think. Yeah. But we did get married in 2002, and we had the service outside here with another Boston Terrier, who was his predecessor, who fell asleep during the course of the service and started snoring. Someone had to kick him and to wake her up. But, she's a few years younger than I am. My goal was to try to make her as independent of me as she possibly could, because I didn't know, you never know what happens. And I kind of pushed her to try to to do something on her own, to make decisions on her own and implement them. And later on, she wanted to go into business on her own. She started making jewelry and wanted to, try to continue with that, quit her job. And so I said, okay, let's try to make a business out of it. Let's not just try to make a hobby. Let's try to make it work.
My design work is really quite the process. And I don't charge people for my time. When I do my calculations on charging, I write down every piece I use in my work and do a multiplier, but none of my time is added in. I'm helping people who need something because they need, they have limited mobility. They have things like I have, arthritis and the fibromyalgia and the stenosis in the neck and other things. And the medications are very expensive, and your doctor visits. So I offer things at a very reasonable price. So there you go.
Linda received a spray tan using solution from Aviva Labs.
If my towel falls, you have to avert your eyes. And shut the camera first. At least your eyes would quickly forget.
You love it?
Yeah, look at my face.
It looks great.
Following the conclusion of her tan, my team got started with the rest of her makeover.
The condition of my nails is very bad. I know that.
So, I know the makeover, means a lot to her. And so, because of that, it means a lot to me. And, if she's happy with it, and, it's something that she wants, then it's something that I want just as much.
Plus, I see your face when I've had a rough week, and I've had my hair all pinned up, which I know you hate. And when I fix myself all up, ready for a date night, and have my hair all done, and I take extra care, I see the look on your face. Yeah, I see that look. It's a nice look. It's a very nice look. My day is full of housework, taking care of the dog, and my work. And I was finding myself, my hair just shoved up in any old way, and grubby looking, and old clothes on, and never wearing makeup. And that's how I looked every day. And I started finding myself going back to my old feelings of not feeling attractive, not feeling worthy of my husband, of his love. You got my glasses, Jeff.
Oh, cut your nose, too. I don't see too well.
Oh, Patty's my hairdresser. Patty is she is so wonderful. She understands my need for mixing it up a little bit and doesn't try and force me into staying the same way year after year or going into what's the rage at the moment. She knows I need to be me, and I like Patty for that. What do you think? What do you think? Do I look beautiful?
Yeah.
Do I look different?
The results were amazing. Maximum Image was able to make Linda look as beautiful on the outside as she finally felt on the inside. So much so that we gave her the strength to speak out against the wrongs that she's faced.
If you even suspect anything, the kids aren't going to say anything because they're very frightened, and they are not going to say what's being done, whether it's abuse, physical, or mental, or molestation, or any of the mixtures of the above. But if you could just befriend them, if you can, be nice to them, tell them they look good, they can be something, they can, whatever it is, even a quick hello will really help some of these kids come out of this shell. Because it took me a lot of years till I found someone to get me out of my shell and become a real whole person. Thank you.
At Maximum Image, we believe in true beauty. Let us help you find yours.